All right, counterpunch boxing. What's going on, YouTube? Okay, look, a story like this requires in-depth reporting, time, detail, attention. So I can't like make a little 10-minute video. Now, I noticed a lot of the other channels out there, they're chopping it up. It's like they're making a salad. They're chopping up the carrots and giving you the carrots, and they're giving you the cucumbers, and they're giving you the fruit. Well, I'm going to give you the whole salad, okay? Because look, I'm not going to chop it up into 10 videos and try to make a bunch of money, okay? I'm going to give it to you one shot, the entire aftermath, okay? Everything we know as of now, and that's it. Non-monetized, and here we go. Okay, we're going to go over a lot. We got the Bob Arum situation, the corruption. Is Bob Arum behind the corruption? Because that's what it is. Let's call it what it is, right? Let's call it what it is. First of all, we can't talk about it if we don't call it what it is. Corruption, okay? You have Freddie Roach talking out of both sides of his mouth. Okay, in one interview, he's saying, that he agrees with the judges and, Manny didn't look good and, there's turmoil in our camp. But then on the other side, he's saying, oh, well, I want an investigation. We got robbed. There's something not right here. Okay, so which one is it, Freddie? Which one is it, right? And then Pacquiao, okay? And look, one thing I want to point out, Manny Pacquiao handled the I don't want to call it a defeat, but just, for lack of a better word, robbery, defeat, okay? He handled it like a true champion, okay? Like a true global icon champion, future Hall of Famer that he is. Now, on the way back to the Philippines, okay? Manny Pacquiao told a small group of reporters, he says, yeah, I felt like I was set up. I think I was robbed, okay? Then you have Pacquiao's lead media guy coming out and just basically slamming Bob Arum and saying, he thinks Bob Arum is behind it. And there's just, there's so much going on. The turmoil in the corner. Look, here's my question, right? Where was Freddie Roach? Why wasn't he jumping up and down in that corner, protesting, protecting Manny Pacquiao? Look, if I'm Pacquiao's coach and I see the headbutts, the elbows, the low blows, the headlocks. It'd be like some Zab Judah Mayweather shit. There'd be like a brawl in that ring. I would be jumping up and down, throwing a towel at that fucking referee. I'd make a scene. Where was Freddie Roach? Okay, now you have Freddie Roach. He's claiming that, well, I got Boo Boy in the corner yelling and screaming. I've got Miguel, the cut man. He said he's getting old and he has a hard time getting in and out of the ring. I've got all this going on. I'm trying to talk to Manny, and I couldn't communicate effectively with Manny Pacquiao. Okay, this is what Freddie Roach is saying, okay? And, okay, and at one point, I did see Freddie Roach tell Boo Boy what sounded like shut the fuck up, okay, in between rounds. You can see that he's trying, or Boo Boy is like yelling, and then Freddie Roach, he says something like, shut the fuck up, something to that effect, because he was trying to talk to Pacquiao. But, again, I don't like the way Freddie is sounding. Okay, now look, I got a ton of notes, so you guys got to bear with me. Let me read to you what he said. Okay, now this is one side of Freddie Roach, like the bipolar Freddie Roach. Okay, he said, well, it was a close fight. I didn't like the headbutts, but Manny just couldn't do it. I wanted the Manny we got in the 9th round. Okay, we lost the decision. I'm not a judge. It's hard for me to sit that close. There's a lot going on in between the rounds, and I'm not a judge. Okay, I'm giving instructions, so I can't judge. What? Look. This is a veteran coach. What the fuck do you mean you can't? Look, how many times have you heard Freddie Roach go, Manny, we're losing, or Manny, we're winning, or Manny, it's close. No, I hate when these coaches say, or when anyone says, oh, I'm not a judge. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. We know you're not a fucking judge, but You know, you have enough sense. I mean, you are a veteran coach, a retired boxer, okay, coach of the year. You should be able to tell, you know, where your fighter stands in a fight. I mean, is he to the left or the right? Is he on the winning side or the losing side? So I don't like when they say, oh, well, I'm not a judge. So, you know, that kind of thing. So to me, that's a cop-out. And, you know, Freddie Roach is dodging the real question, which the real question is, why aren't you protesting? You know, why are you telling reporter A, oh, well, you know, I'm not a judge, you know, hey, you know, Pacquiao, you know, he didn't do what he needed to do, and then telling reporter B, corruption, fraud, we need an investigation. It doesn't make any sense at all, okay? And so he went on to say, hang on, let me read more of what he said. You know what, let's skip that. Okay, look, a lot of people saying it was a robbery, right? But here's the thing. And then people say, well, you know, why would they rob Manny Pacquiao? Well, it's plain. It's so simple. Like, I mean, this is not like rocket science. I mean, it's money. Why would they rob Manny Pacquiao? Now, here's the only thing. The only problem I have with that is Jeff Horn is not a very marketable guy, right? I mean, so why would Bob Arum rob Pacquiao, you know, basically pay off the judges, whatever, that ridiculous 117, 111, 113, 115. You know, why would he do that? Because, like I said, Jeff Horn is not a marketable guy. Like, that doesn't make any kind of sense at all to me. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's like the sacrificial lamb kind of thing. They're just trying to get Pacquiao out of boxing, you know, so these other guys, because, you know, they need a new cash cow. And basically, I'm going to read to you, that's what Pacquiao's, you know, lead media guy said. You know, they're looking for a new cash cow, you know, so maybe that's why. I mean, but none of it makes sense to me, you know. And then, and as far as like Pacquiao retiring, I mean, I'm on the fence, to be honest with you. You know, I'm on the fence. I mean, look, I didn't see that prime Pacquiao, or not even, of course he's not a prime Pacquiao, but I didn't see that Pacquiao with the volume, right? That footwork. And where were the angles? Like, you know, look, man, I love when Pacquiao, he throws some angles. He'll throw the left hand, he'll kind of spin out to the right. He's over here, he's over there. Like, where was it? Now, was it because of the dirty fighting and the headbutting? I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, look, here's the thing. I mean, there's blame everywhere, right? I mean, this is such a complex situation here, and it's hard to just kind of sum it up into one, you know, into one video. But you know, and here's another thing, you know, I think the only person that actually spoke the truth after the fight was Justin Fortune, okay? Here, let me get you guys some pictures. Justin Fortune, okay? You know, he basically said, it's bullshit. We got robbed. And he said the referee was shitty. That's exactly what Justin Fortune said. Now, look, one more thing I want to mention. You know, I put out a video a couple of days ago, and by the way, I took the 4th of July off. I mean, we got a new video every day, but and it's, I think right now it's like 100,000 views. So I put out 2 videos. I mean, I'm nearly at 200,000 views, right? We're nearly at 250,000 views, right? I mean, look, that'll tell you something. Okay, we speak the truth at the channel. And look, I mean, I care more about getting my message out than I do about money. That's why there's no commercials here, because I want to get the message out. I want to get the truth out. Pacquiao was robbed. There's corruption. Now, is Bob Arum behind it? I don't know. I simply don't know. I'll find out. I mean, the truth will always come out, right? You know, so we'll find out. But getting back to Justin Fortune, I like that he was outspoken. He wasn't afraid to tell the truth, and you know, he said, yeah, shitty referee, you know, shitty judges, and that's the word he used during the interview. You know, so he was not pulling any kind of punches. So, but hang on, let me show you guys some of these pictures here. Now, look, the video that I made, by the way, was only from round 6 to 12. The pictures you're looking at now, you know, these are just some of the fouls. I mean, here's Jeff Horn punching after the break. Okay, the rest, you can see it's at minute 55 right there. But what I'm going to do, there's an elbow. Okay, I'm going to make a part 2. I'm gonna show you guys every single foul in that fight, because I'm tired of people saying, oh, there was no fouls, and oh, there was. I mean, when people say that, like, I literally want to fall over. I'm like what the fuck are you? What do you mean there were no fouls? I mean, I've actually had people tell me that oh, there was a couple of accidental head clashes and that was it. You know, so I'm going to put together a really good video with damn near, I'm going to try to get all of them with every single foul, because I only showed you guys about half, okay, in my previous video that's at 100,000 views right now, okay, only showed about half. So that will be coming soon. It's basically going to be like a Pacquiao Jeff Horn, you know, part 2, because I really want to show it and I want to document it, okay? That's what I like to do on the channel, document shit, okay? But look, let me read you guys some of my notes, okay? I wrote, the name of the game is effective aggression and not smothering your opponent, then throwing his line of sight off with your head, okay? Jeff Horn was using his head like a boxer would use a glove, just like when Loma used his glove to pick up Roman Martinez's head, then ultimately landing the knockout punch. You remember that fight, right? Horn was using his head as a weapon. Okay, this was not great inside fighting like Roy Jones, Jeff Lacey, one of my favorite Jones fights. By the way, you guys need to look up Roy Jones, Jeff Lacey. The infighting from Roy Jones was incredible, okay? Roy Jones was careful to not use his head because it's illegal. It clearly states in every rule book from the beginning of time, this type of fighting is not allowed. Why, you ask? Because it's illegal and we're not the UFC. Okay, you cannot rush in with your head. How many times have you heard a referee say, keep your head up, bring your head up, watch your head? Okay, I know some fighters do it, like a Sean Porter, even a Timothy Bradley, but their punches are out front. It's not head first, glove second, okay? They do it the right way, head down, gloves first, okay? And that's the whole point. He would come in head first, glove second. That's completely illegal, and not one time did I hear that referee, you know, keep your head up, watch your head, Jeff, watch your head, Jeff, keep your head up. Not one time. Look, the referee didn't warn Jeff Horn one single time. Maybe there was one. Okay, I'll take that back. Maybe I think there was one. It was like, oh, hey, keep your head up. You know, some bullshit, right? But, you know, and look, here's the thing. Jeff Horn was the taller boxer, okay, meaning he should have been fighting tall, first of all, okay, not coming in with his head at Manny's neck level and then sweeping his head up in order to land a headbutt. So, you know, and look, that's the only reason he does it, so he can sweep his head upward and land the fucking headbutt. Okay, this is planned. Practice. It's intentional. It's dirty as hell. Any referee in their right mind would call it the first time it happened. So, you know, I mean, and look, again, you cannot use your head as a weapon or a tool in order to land a punch, okay? Or cause damage. I mean, shit. And look, one more, look, let me get into this real quick. Let's talk stats, by the way. Let's talk stats. Look, Pacquiao outworked Jeff Horn in every single category, basically by double. Now, even if you give Jeff Horn the margin of error, say a 10-20% margin of error in stats, right? Like somebody got it wrong by 10, even 20%, it is still not enough to walk away with the decision. Okay, so here's the thing, you know, people say, oh, those punch stats are bullshit, you know, bullshit. First of all, they're not. But let's, like I said, let's just give him 20% margin of error, and Pacquiao still wins the fight. Okay. Another thing, when I score a fight, I score each minute of a 3-minute round. Okay. In other words, I break every round down into 3 minutes. Okay. Now you guys should start doing that because it really does work. And look, I don't like live punch stats, you know, because you got a guy pressing buttons, counting punches in real time, but in the replay, it always looks different. So, you know, I get it. I'm not a big guy on stats either, but you know, they do tell a story. And like I said, even with the margin of error, Pacquiao still won, or still wins. So, you know, now this is kind of, I don't know, maybe something I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. But I think Pacquiao needs to move down to 140. I really do. I mean, look, he doesn't have the power anymore at welterweight. I think his speed would increase. I think his stamina would increase. I think everything would be better at light welterweight. You know, I mean, I really do. And to be honest, you know, I don't care about a Jeff Horn rematch. I kind of want a rematch. You know, just so I know so Pacquiao can get revenge or whatever, avenge that loss. But you know, if he didn't take a rematch, I honestly wouldn't care because I think Pacquiao already won. You know, in my mind, he already won, so I don't really care to see it again. I think it would look just like Timothy Bradley, you know, in their rematch. I think Pacquiao would just win a little bit more convincingly in a rematch. So, you know, and the judges, okay, look, we cannot continue making excuses for these judges, okay? It wasn't the crowd noise. They didn't have a different view, okay, like fucking Kellerman says, of, you know, of the fight, okay? It wasn't one judge favoring one style or the other. I mean, look, these judges combined have all three judges have 450 fights combined that they've judged, okay? And now that corrupt judge, okay, that bitch from Argentina, okay, she has over 100 fights that she's judged. So it's not that you know, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're looking at. I didn't have a good view. Oh, the blood threw me off. Oh, okay, the blood threw. No, bullshit. It was corruption. That's what it was. There is no excuse for a 117-111. Come on, 9-3 rounds? Are you fucking kidding me? It's corruption. You know? And I'm sick of this shit. Fucking tired of it, man. Damn. Okay. Look, on a side note, real quick, on a side note, by the way, Loma and the Mariaga fight will be August 5th on ESPN. Then shortly after that, of course, the Crawford-Julius Ndongo fight. And then, from what I hear, Pacquiao will be back on ESPN this November. I mean, how crazy is that? After all this shit, you know, Pacquiao's going to be back on ESPN. Now, look, close your eyes. This will make you dizzy. I want to read something to you real quick. Now, this is look, from the horse's mouth, right here, from Manny Pacquiao. Okay, Pacquiao, I felt I was set up in a controversial loss to Horn. Now that Manny Pacquiao has had some time to process his upset defeat to Australian underdog Jeff Horn, the Filipino legend feels he was wronged Sunday in Brisbane, Australia. Okay. Pacquiao told a small group of Filipino reporters aboard his homebound flight from Australia that he was set up. Okay, the 38-year-old Pacquiao was a 6-1 favorite. I mean, come on, over the previously unknown Jeff Horn in their WBO welterweight title bout. But Horn won a unanimous decision that was widely considered controversial. Okay, in the immediate aftermath of his dubious defeat, Pacquiao said that he respects the judges and didn't have a problem with how the fight was scored. His feelings clearly changed by Monday. The referee wasn't competent, Pacquiao said. So right here, you have Manny Pacquiao, Pacquiao's not going to say some dumb shit like this unless he truly means it, okay? He said the referee, right here, wasn't competent, Pacquiao said. According to the Manila Bulletin, I felt I was set up. Okay, now, let's end it here. Let's just end it here. Okay, let's just say, if he was set up, who was he set up by? Okay, who would set up Manny Pacquiao? Now, you got to look at it like you're a detective, okay? Who would be in a position to set up Manny Pacquiao? Okay? I mean, there's only really one person. That would be Bob Arum, right? I mean, who? Well, and you could just say, let's say Bob Arum is innocent. It could be, you know, the Australians, right? The Australian officials or whatever. So, you know, and that's a possibility. That is a possibility. So, you know, basically you have two people. I mean, like I said, look at it like a crime investigation. You either have the Australian people, you know, the officials and all them, or Bob Arum, or the two are colluding together. And look, if you want my honest opinion, I think they're all in it together. I mean, think about how did this whole thing come about? Bob Arum is, you know, he wants to join or partner up with Duco Promotions, right? I mean, it like came out of the blue. Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Bob Arum wants to be this co-promotional deal with Duco Promotions, and Jeff who? Jeff Horn, right? I mean, Jeff who? And next thing you know, boom, he's the new WBO champ, right? I mean, it's weird. It's just weird to me. Like, if you just look at the timeline, the whole deal came out of nowhere. And look, you have major things in motion here. I mean, Bob Arum leaving HBO, joining ESPN, okay? And now this robbery, this corruption, like, I don't know what is going on here. It's crazy to me. But 115, 113, you know, times 2, and then the 117, 111. I mean, it's just insane. Like, you know, just like Teddy Atlas said, it's got to be, it's either incompetence or corruption, and I can't see anyone being that incompetent. Okay, I've gone back, watched the fight multiple times, and look, here's the thing. Like I mentioned in my other video, you know, people gave Jeff Horn rounds because he looked like he was roughing Pacquiao up. He looked like he was in there doing the good work, but it was headbutts, elbows. It was not good infighting. Okay, like I said before, it wasn't, you know, like a Roy Jones, okay, and a Lacey. Look that fight up. Watch the Roy Jones Lacey fight. I guarantee you that will be the best infighting you've ever seen. I mean, for me, if someone, look, if you came to me and you said, "Hey, I need a great example of you know, the best infighting you've ever seen," I'd say go watch Roy Jones, Jeff Lacey. Okay, that's how you do it. And I'm, you know, and look, I'm not saying Jeff Horn should have done it like that, but what I'm trying to say is this was not infighting. This was not pressure. This was not effective aggression. Okay, this was just illegal. That's all it is. I mean, flat out illegal. There's a reason you can't come in with your head, you know, and just smack people around with your head. I mean, it's against the rules. Judges don't allow it. And, you know, I even thought about putting together like a little sound clip of referees saying, "Keep your head up, watch your head," like making a video of like I don't know, like 20 or 30 clips of a referee telling a boxer to keep his head up, watch your head, that kind of thing. You know, so. And by the way, you know, I thought about making a separate video, just a completely separate video about this referee, about this, and just put his ass on blast, like for real. I mean, I'm thinking about it. But anyway, guys, I'm already at 21 minutes, 22 minutes. I'm going to leave it at that. You know, this is basically just the aftermath. I mean, you know, there's so much to go over, but I don't want to make an hour-long video because I know people out there won't, you know, I don't want to sit there for an hour and listen to some guy yak, so. But look, I got a Golovkin-Canelo video coming up, just an update, okay, nothing, you know, nothing too exciting, just an update, but, you know, that kind of thing, no clickbait garbage. But look, thank you, and by the way, let me take the final 30 seconds to tell you guys thank you. I greatly appreciate the support. You know, the channel's blowing up, it's doing great. And I'm grateful. Thank you. Like I said, I'm not making any money on this. I'm doing this for you guys. Okay, remember that. I'm not. You don't even know who I am. I don't even tell you my name. I'm just some guy talking about boxing that does not monetize. So, like always, thank you, and I will be back with another.